Welcome back.
Heyo.
Ah, Goldsmith.
Oh, and Goldsmith. Yeah.
Goldsmith.
Goldsmith is pretty great.
I am so happy. I'm so happy about it.
You're gonna get to play Goldsmith.
It's the best thing that could have happened.
Oh god, it's perfect.
I was like, I won't get to play Kinzo because he's gonna be dead.
Still can neither confirm nor deny.
But regardless of whether he's alive or dead, he's a magic character now, which means he'll be there for me.
He's a magic sorcerer dude with a big cape and a can-do attitude and a very strong finger.
A very strong finger.
Strong.
What was he? Summoner? It was summoner,
He's
right?
a special summoner.
Yeah.
Apparently he can't, like, heat water, but he can summon other people to boil the sea, which sounds effective.
I find that very interesting as, like, a reflection of Kinzo delegating work onto his family.
Yeah, totally. Like, I've got all these servants and these family members, just let them do it. Alright. We're here with Rosa and Maria. Let's see what they are. They're in the epitaph situation, aren't they? Great hall. Forcefully opening the door with a clunk, Rosa flew in with Maria.
Is Genji-san or anyone there? Doesn't matter who, bring us a bath towel. Oh, so this is after Maria's gotten today's letter.
Yeah. There was already a full-blown typhoon outside, and it was starting to pour down hard.
You know, I was thinking over the weekend.
Uh-huh. Over your tea, yes.
This is very much a tangent, but...
What?!
But...
We don't do tangents on this show!
But... I just realized I have no idea how intense a storm like this actually is.
Are you saying we should go and find a storm like this and just sit in it to do research?
I don't know. I was talking with one of my friends over the weekend from Florida, and someone was asking them about, like, the recent hurricane there. And I was like, I have no idea how strong these winds are that you're talking about. What does this mean? And I remember back in episode 1, I was talking about, like, wait, why are the roses being ripped up from the garden?
Roses. Yeah.
And you were like, well, I guess it's a powerful storm, but it just occurred to me that it's like, it's not bad weather, it's like a fucking massive,
typhoon. Yeah.
Massive weather system.
Yeah, definitely. It's fucked up.
So I'm interested, but also still never want to find out what a typhoon is actually like.
I'd rather just watch a video of it, or maybe hear a sound clip of the screams of the children.
Because, yeah, this is something we brought up, like, a few episodes ago. It's like they're just running back and forth between the houses, right? And you wouldn't do that, right?
I wouldn't want to, no. It sounds terrifying.
So it's kind of on the outskirts, I guess?
What if you got, like, struck by lightning? Anyway, I'm not even gonna think about that.
What if you used lightning to cover up your gunshots?
Oh, that's a fun theory.
I think it was last week I suggested that, wouldn't that be silly? And then I'm like, wait, no, that's literally a technique that people are taught.
Well, let's see what happens. Even though she'd had an umbrella, Maria had been in the rose garden amid all that wind and rain that whole time. She had grown ice cold. Maria had gotten into a minor fight with Rosa in the rose garden and had been told to stay there. She had done as she was told and had continued to wait in that spot, even though rain was pouring down. Rosa certainly had gotten a little emotional and angry, but Maria's stubborn whim was probably more to blame.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In child abuse, blame the child. Yeah. The cousins, who had seen that exchange, were relieved to see that mother and child were close to each other again.
Oh, thank goodness.
Thank goodness we didn't step in and help. That's way outside our responsibilities.
Right.
Fucking George. I still hate him. I'm done. I'm done with his bullshit. Rosa scrubbed Maria's head with a towel. She seemed overcome with worry that Maria had caught a cold, but Maria herself was nonchalant.
Are you okay? You didn't catch a cold, did you? Maybe we really should go back for now and get a change of clothes.
Ooh, I'm just fine. More importantly, I'm hungry, so food's better than changing clothes. Ooh!
It just occurred to me that Sakutaro is a thing in this episode. I'd nearly forgotten about that motherfucker.
Oh yeah, that gangster is live motherfucker. He's coming for me.
He's gonna come to life.
It's gonna
happen.
He's gonna fight Goldsmith, I assume.
She looks okay after you beat her viciously, Aunt Rosa.
What?
She's gotta be if she's this spirited.
It's a really good thing she had an umbrella. I was thinking she might be soaked to the bone. The fact that she had an umbrella certainly is a silver lining. Jesus.
But Maria, even if you have an umbrella, you got to get to shelter when it starts raining so hard, okay? Little girls definitely shouldn't let their bodies get cold.
Ew.
It's okay, Jessica-chan. It's Mama's fault for telling her to stay there. I'm really sorry. I'm really, really sorry.
Ew. I'm a good girl? I'm a good girl for doing what Mama said. I stayed there, even though it was cold, stayed there until Mama came. Ooh, ooh.
Yes, you really are a good girl, Maria. Did exactly what Mama said. Very well done. But next time, even if Mama tells you to do something, find some shelter if it starts raining like that, okay? Promise, Mama.
The mixed messages, though. Ooh. Promise, Mama. Ooh. Star.
Why was this a thing that they had to introduce?
Because I get to pose.
It was fine.
Pose.
It was fine the whole way through without it. We didn't need it.
It's amazing. She's so cute.
There definitely is some earlier on, but they weren't as
There's
aggressive
more
or
now.
repetitive.
Maria, keep doing it. You're doing me proud. Make Felix miserable. As Rosa gently held Maria, they joined their pinkies together and promised. Battler and the others realized that by touching her mother's pinky, the warmth had started to return to Maria's body.
You know, Maria is really just the worst emotional roller coaster of the whole series.
She's so sad.
It's like, I've been on emotional roller coasters with Beatrice, chumming up to Battler for episode 3. I've been on emotional roller coasters through Cannon and Jessica's relationship. But Maria is just an onslaught.
She's just always there, and every line is tragic.
I know.
And cute at the same time.
And every line that's cute is also tragic because of the implications. It's just... Cannon-kun, thanks for the towel. That really...
You okay?
Don't worry. And if... No, that's
Hold
you.
on. Then if you would excuse me. As Cannon bowed with a blank expression, as though he'd done nothing that required gratitude, he left the parlor.
Okay, it's already dinner time. Let's all get together. I'll even give Maria my dessert for being so good.
Ooh! Really, Mama? Boing! Boing! Ooh! Ooh!
You don't need the sound effect twice.
Ooh! Ooh! Love Mama! Love Mama!
Hey, Maria, don't jump around.
It's like a frog.
Mama loves you too, Maria. Love Maria. Love Maria.
I love Mama too. Love Mama. Ooh! 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 Ooh!
It's too much. No, not doing it.
Do it!
No.
No!
No.
How dare you? You're letting the audience down.
Here we go. You ready? Ooh.
Thank you. Rosa and Maria looked really close.
I hope that was worth the wait.
I don't think it was, but you know what? That's fine. I'll take what I can get at this point. Even the cousins who watched started to feel a long-forgotten warmth fill up in their chests.
You know, that might be the age when you're on your best terms with your parents. It wasn't like that for me. Mom was always yelling at me to study, study, study. Ugh.
That's because they love their children. A parent's love isn't always gentle and indulgent. My mother was strict with me too, but now I realize that it was because she treasured me so. Ooh! Ooh! Love Mama! Love Mama!
Love Maria. So, shall we get some food?
Oh, they're so happy.
Let's be friends and hold hands.
Ooh! Be friends and hold hands! Mama and me, friends, friends!
Yes, that's right. Mama and Maria are friends. We'll always be like this. I love you, Maria. They can't get me anymore.
I'm just gonna grab this
there was a
part.
point in episode 1 where I was like, I don't think I'll ever get used to this, and you're like, I'm conditioned to it at this point, and here I am.
I don't even feel pain.
Here I am conditioned to the glass shattering at this point.
It's so sad.
What's going on all of a sudden? What's up?
The sudden sound had come from the teacup Gretel had been holding, which had fallen and smashed.
That's interesting. I wasn't expecting that. Sorry, I got careless. Sorry for dropping it.
The cup on the floor had smashed to pieces. Would it really have made such a sound and smashed to pieces just by being dropped from that height? Even someone as thick-headed as Battler could realize that she was in a bad mood over something. Damn. But he couldn't understand why she had suddenly grown so displeased. When she made to bend over and pick up the fragments of the cup, Renove appeared out of nowhere and stopped her. You will injure yourself. Leave the cleaning up to me. Shall I bring you another cup of black tea?
I don't need it. I guess a demon's black tea just doesn't match my tastes.
Oh, to think there's someone whose tastes aren't satisfied even by Renove's tea. I must respect your discerning palate.
I'm getting bored, so I'll go out for a second. Bored? Wait a sec, this is where things start to get interesting. By now Maria's probably gonna say she's got an umbrella and a letter from Beatrice again, right? This is the essential part.
He's so invested.
Excuse me, sorry, I'm counting on you to clean this up.
Leave it to me. Without saying anything else, Gretel disappeared of her own accord. Her form literally melted and disappeared into thin air. There was definitely a displeased expression on her face, but neither Battler nor Rodove, and of course not Beata either, could understand why her mood had so suddenly worsened. All that remained was the scent of the black tea she'd spilled.
Is it time to step outside?
Stepping somewhere.
It totally is. I don't like it. Now to be more blunt, it disgusts me.
Ooh? Why are you so irritated, Angie?
Why, you say? Isn't it obvious?
Ooh. I don't understand.
Even Maria One-chan with that blank expression on her face irritated me. As I held my palms up in the empty air, from out of nowhere a single book landed on them. It was Maria One-chan's diary. Even though I didn't turn the pages were flipped through despite there being no wind, and the door to Maria One-chan's world opened.
Hope you're ready. Why do you think I'm not happy, Angie?
Think about it objectively.
By objectively, you mean from your viewpoint, right? I know, that's good.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
It's an excellent line.
You're trying to say that the truth is different for me and you, Maria One-chan?
Truth can change its form depending on the observer, and observers in the future always overwrite that form. Angie, what are you trying to do to my happiness?
The pages of the diary were flipped through at greater and greater speeds. Then a brilliant light poured out from the depths of the diary, swallowing everything up and painting everything with white. We're going back.
To the past.
To the maybe past.
I don't think
maybe
we're going to the
future.
future. I don't think we're going to the future somehow.
Who knows?
Unless Maria secretly survived. This is Rosa.
Sorry, Maria. Mama has to take care of some urgent business that's piled up, so I need to stay holed up at the company for a while. I'll probably won't be able to come back home until late at night the day after tomorrow.
Ew. Then, what about your promise to go to the movies with me on Sunday?
The movies?
Judging by Rosa's tone, she had clearly forgotten that promise. But Maria's response to that was an apology for asking. I'm sorry. Maria apologized for troubling her mother by asking that question. I'll stay home. I'll definitely wait patiently. I'll take a bath every day and change my underwear. And I know where the money is. I'll go to a different store every day. I'll try not to go out too late. If a policeman asks, I'll say I'm running errands for Mama. I'll do what Mama says, like Mama says.
That's right. You really are being a good girl. If you do that, I'll buy you a present, okay? Go to bed by 9 o'clock. You mustn't tell the teacher or any adults that Mama isn't coming home, okay?
Yes. So, Ma, do your best at work. Do your best, finish your work, and come back as soon as you can. I won't cry all night and annoy the neighbors anymore, so come back quickly.
Well, then I'm busy, so I'll hang up. Be a good girl and wait. Don't do anything you shouldn't. Goodbye.
Click. With a tone of finality in her voice, Rosa hung up the phone without waiting for Maria's answer. Maria politely set down the receiver and returned to the sofa. There sat the stuffed animal Sakutaro, with whom she'd been watching TV until a second ago. Sakutaro was holding the remote control of the TV. The TV had been turned off because of the phone call. He looked like he was telling her to push the switch because he wanted to watch TV again quickly. Sakutaro, wanna watch TV? Oh yeah! You don't wanna watch anymore, Maria. If the actors team gets all the questions right, then they can still make a huge comeback. Oh yeah! Star. No, that's enough TV. Again, Mama was busy with her work and didn't come home. Mama works so much overtime that she doesn't come home until late. Because she has dates or something, she always comes home after drinking a lot of alcohol, even though she's not good at drinking. And with a pale face, she'll go straight into the shower and then to bed. And because she is overtime even on the weekends or something, she says she has to spend the night there and almost never comes home. Recently she started saying something about how she's got a big job she's working on, so this sort of thing happens a lot. The pictures I did my best on during drawing time were laughed at by everyone. But even so, I wanted to show them just to Mama, and once again she won't be able to look at them for me. And I could talk about the time everyone pushed the job of cleaning up on me, but I did my best by myself and was praised by the teacher. Or the time I went shopping and the man at the shop said I'm always such a good kid and gave me free canned coffee. Then there was a time I wanted to encourage Mama because she worked so hard on her job, and hid a card for her under her pillow. And there's a lot of other things I wanted to talk about. Mama's working really hard at her job. She's working with all of her strength so that we can eat every day. I hate her job. If only she just quit. A job is an important thing for adults to do. It lets Maria eat, buys clothes, pays for school lunches, and pays a deposit for summer camp. All that happens because Mama works and earns money. I don't need food, don't need clothes, don't need school lunches, and don't want to go to summer camp. It's not like any of the groups will let me join in. Hurry up! Just now on the phone, Mama promised that she'd buy a present when she comes back from work, right? I think she made that promise because you're important to her, Maria, and she'd feel bad if she made you feel lonely. You think so? Hurry up! It definitely isn't a pain for her or annoying or anything. Mama also wants to be by your side all the time, Maria. It's almost painful and sad for her since she can't do that. I remember when she spent the whole night by your side crying. Yeah, I didn't understand why she was crying, but she was so sad, and I couldn't do anything but stay silent by her side. I remember the last thing Mama said then. She said, "Thank you, Maria." She said that just by being by her side, you were her only ally in the world. Hurry up! Do you remember? Yeah. I'm her only ally in the world, she said. Sakutaro set the remote control on the table, crawled up onto the sofa, sat down on my lap, and spoke to me, gazing into my eyes. I'm sure Mama feels the same way you do, Maria. The designs Mama draws are the only ones laughed at by her clients. Only Mama's company has troublesome jobs pushed onto it by other companies. Mama is the president, so she has to take care of everything by herself. Only Mama's company will never get included in the business of other companies. Mama's only ally is Maria. If you tell her to stop doing her job, where in the world could she find an ally? Sakutaro. The only person I have in the whole world is Maria. The only person Mama has in the whole world is Maria. What about you, Maria? I've got Mama, and I've got you too, Sakutaro. So, Maria, you aren't lonely at all. Hurry up! Ooh. Since Mama's busy with her work, she can't be together with you very often, but please don't blame her for that, Maria. In exchange, I'll always be there. We'll be by your side forever. So don't cry, okay? Hurry up! Can't your sadness be stopped if I'm with you? Ooh, Sakutaro. From the corner of Maria's heart, which she had been doing her best to seal up, drops of sadness finally dripped down. Drip, drip, drop, drop. Drip, drop, drip, drop. Even though weekends when Mama didn't come home weren't that rare a thing, it wasn't as though that night was particularly painful or sad compared to other nights. And yet, Maria's tears poured down. Maria, don't cry. I'll always be with you. Even if you cry, Maria, I won't. I'm a lion cub, so I won't cry even if I'm lonely. Even though I want to cry too, I won't. Why won't you cry, Sakutaro? Even though you're so sad that you can't hold back the tears, you won't cry? But if I cry, who will make you feel better? So I won't. After all, I want to get your spirits up. If I get my spirits up, will Mama come back? When Mama comes back, if she's welcomed by a happy Maria, I'm sure she'll be very happy. Mama will be happy. If you do that, then I'm sure her fatigue from work will also be healed. Then, I'm sure she'll start feeling better sooner and will play with you a lot. When you come home and Mama's waiting for you there and she's in the kitchen in high spirits, don't you feel really happy? I'm sure Mama feels the same way. So, if I watch over the house in high spirits, Mama will be happy too. Star. Sakutaro nodded deeply with his big head. The tears couldn't keep falling from Maria's eyes. If she greeted Mama with a tear-stained face, Mama would probably get sad too. You know about it, Maria. You can't use the magic that creates smiles if you aren't smiling too. Yeah, I know. So, I won't cry anymore. Hey, Maria. I have an idea for how to have a fun time. Oreo, wanna hear it? What? Mama won't come back until late night Sunday. So let's have a pajama party and keep it a secret from Mama. A pajama party? Until you get tired late tonight, eat candy and drink soda in bed. Soda in bed?
Drink sofa, kids.
Don't drink sofas. Don't do it. And play with me. A pajama party? Yeah, sounds fun. I don't have to go to bed at 9 o'clock, right? Mama won't get mad if I don't sleep. This is a secret between me and you, only for when Mama isn't around. So tonight, until you get sleepy, let's have fun the whole time. Let's eat jelly beans and try to guess what color we'll get next. Let's split open peanuts and try to guess which half is the grandpa. Let's search for treasure in the closet. More and more. I wonder what it'll taste like if we mix cola and melon soda. Ooh. I wanted to try it once, but asked Mama if it was okay and she got mad. Oreo? Let's keep it as a secret from Mama and try it out. Tonight, let's play a lot, laugh a lot, and blow away our tears with happiness. Don't worry, it'll definitely be fun if I'm here. I'll definitely make you happy, Maria. Yeah. It'll definitely be fun if Sakutaro's here. I'll definitely be happy. Thank you, Sakutaro. I won't cry anymore. Let's play all we can, get happy all we can, and say welcome back when Mama gets home. Real? Tonight, let's play a lot and feel a lot better. Let's have the kind of secret party we can only have when Mama isn't here. If we're noisy enough, I'm sure plenty of friends will come to play with from the land of the looking glass in Wonderland. Then, we'll have so many friends that we won't be able to get bored. Real? Ryu! Fucking Sakutaro. Then Maria began her pajama party, all alone with Sakutaro, having fun until late into the night. She played by sticking her hand into the bag of jelly beans without looking, trying to guess which color she'd pull out next. Sakutaro had a good intuition and got it right a lot. Maria also had a brilliant streak where she guessed right 4 times in a row. The game where she split peanuts open and tried to guess which was the grandpa was easier than guessing the color of the jelly beans, so she got it right a lot. Sucking her salt-covered fingers was impolite, but that was the yummiest part. She liked both cola and melon soda on their own. She hoped that by mixing her 2 favorite drinks, there might be a flash of light like alchemy, and a new drink that no one had ever tasted before would be created. She got excited about how, if it turned out really delicious, she could call it Sakutaro's soda and sell it. But unexpectedly it had a weird taste that she hadn't hoped for, and the color was somewhat dull and thick. Maybe I shouldn't have been surprised that black and green mixed together would make this, Too bad. I imagined that it'd become a sparkling pineapple color. But it was an awesome, incredible, fun night. If it's this fun here, maybe Mama will feel like coming home and drop by out of the blue. So I got the feeling that Mama might suddenly come home and went to the front door many times to check, but there was no way Mama would be able to come home when she was this busy with work. But rather than a feeling of loneliness, it felt just a little disappointing that Mama couldn't join in on this fun late night party. Sometime soon I'll do this when Mama is around and let her join in. Mama likes some things I don't think are yummy, so maybe she'll really like Sakutaro's soda. When Mama comes back tired, I'll serve her some. And more than anything, I want to at least write about this fun night in a letter and tell Mama about it. So these feelings of happiness will reach Mama too. Her work is always so tough and she comes home so tired, so I hope I can share this happiness with her. Mama will almost certainly come home tired, late Sunday night, and I hope I can brighten her day, even just a little, by sharing this happiness. I gently place that letter on Mama's desk. To Mama, good job with your work again today. Star, let me share my happiness with you. From Maria. Then, I decided to give a present to Sakutaro for proposing this wonderful party. It was a small red muffler I found when searching for treasure in the closet. When I was still very young, Mama knitted this tiny thing. Maria was embroidered on it with knitting wool. I softly wrapped that muffler around Sakutaro. It really suited him, extending his yellow with red very well. Aw, a little muffler. Are you? Does it look good on me? Sakutaro looked embarrassed as he wore his first present ever. Yeah, it really looks good on him. Ooh! Sakutaro, thank you so much for everything. It was so fun tonight. I can't even remember why I was crying. Let's be together from now on, and let's always play and laugh together. Are you? Love you, Maria. Me too. Love you, Sakutaro. After playing so hardly, Maria's room was a mess. More than usual. Maybe she played a little too much. But I'm tired for today, so let's sleep together. And tomorrow, we'll clean up together and welcome Mama with a clean room. Alright, Sakutaro? You? See? We are so happy, right?
Is this your happiness, Marione-chan?
Yeah. I'm happy.
Even though you were looking forward to that movie so much and Aunt Rosa promised that she'd definitely take you, she completely forgot.
She just happened to forget because she was so busy with work. Even if she remembered with her work, there'd be nothing she could do. Whether she remembered or not, Mama would have spent the night at work. She couldn't go to the movies. Whether she remembered or not is a minor issue.
There's no way that's a minor issue. After all, when Aunt Rosa answered movie on the phone, it was obvious she'd completely forgotten her promise. When she heard that, Marione-chan's mood definitely darkened. Well, like you say, even if Aunt Rosa had remembered her promise, she wouldn't have been able to go to the movies in the end. But even so, to think that your mother just forgot her promise to spend one of her few days off with you, it's sad. I'd be mad.
Yeah, it was sad, because even if she had remembered, we wouldn't have been able to go to the movies. But after that, I had a very, very fun night with Sakutaro. You must have thought the pajama party looked really fun too, Angie.
There's no way that would be fun.
Damn.
I mean, all that messing around you did that night was just intentionally making a big fuss about nothing, also you could forget that you were lonely and that your mother wasn't coming home. Is that a tear?
Yeah. That's not true. I really did have a fun party with Sakutaro.
No, that's wrong. You're just so sad and you hated your mother so much for forgetting her promise you made a mess of your room.
Where was something like that ever written in my diary?
It isn't written anywhere. By reading the gaps between every line, I can understand your feelings. You didn't have a good time at all that evening. You stayed up late when you were told not to, break the strict rule about eating sweets outside of snack time. When even that didn't bury your sadness, you went wild in your room and made a mess of it, right? And after you made a mess of your room and were all tired out, all you did was claw at the bed sheets and cry yourself to sleep, right?
The diary does say that Mama probably forgot her promise about the movie, and that I stayed up late having pajama party with Sakutaro and made a mess of my room searching for treasure.
Yes. This is what it means. You're starving for Aunt Rosa's love, Marione-chan. And Aunt Rosa always put her work and her public image first, always keeping you on the back burner. That's what disgusts me. Because I know just how superficial Aunt Rosa's words of love for you were. You should realize this yourself. How can you say you're happy despite that? I don't understand that part of you, Marione-chan. Even at my age, I can't understand it at all. Why aren't you sad? Why is it that you can experience a reality filled with misfortune and call yourself happy? I can't do it. I can't understand it.
You're a sad kid, Angie.
I don't get it. Why are you pitying me?
Even though a fact about a really fun pajama party is written about in my diary, if the same fact is observed by different people, it has a different form.
I remember talking about something like this with Burncastle. Truth is unfixed and changes its form every time it's witnessed. By the way it's perceived, in other words, depending on the person who perceives it, a single truth becomes different truths. And truths of the past are painted over by truths of the future.
In this diary, I wrote that what happened that night was very, very fun.
You described the events of that night as something very happy.
And yet, when you read the diary, the events of that night sound very, very sad.
Even though you describe it as a happy scene, I read between the lines and realize that wasn't true.
Stop it. This tells of a happy night. This is the truth of that night. Please, don't take this happy truth and paint over it with a new, different truth.
Are you happy with this, Marione-chan?
Yes, I am happy. That's why I feel sad for you, since you won't be able to feel happiness in a similar situation.
Right now, I'm like she was then. Just as isolated with no friends.
Angie, had accepted her isolated reality for what it was. But Maria painted over her isolated reality with the reality of happiness. Shirumi and Maria took a sad truth and changed it into happiness. That was the only and yet very large difference
between me and Maria, One-chan. Even though I'm unable to accept it, I'm also jealous of that power.
Yes, that's right. This is power. I was able to find happiness with that power. Because you don't have that power, you can't find happiness, Ange.
I'm glad Maria can read the narration. What is that power?
I didn't know what to call that power either. Not at this point in time, at least. Eventually, I was taught its true form. I'll talk about it later, on the next page. So then late Saturday night, Mama came back with a present, just like she'd promised. A whole bottle of liquor.
I'm back.
Mama, welcome home! Ariel? Mama came back! Mama came back! Waiting to greet Rosa as she returned home all tired out was Maria, in an unbelievably good mood, holding Sakutaro. Most likely, Rosa's worn-out expression was partly because she was really tired, but partly because it would be a pain when Maria, who should have been grumbling after staying home alone for several days, would cling to her, sobbing. However, when she was welcomed by an unbelievably happy Maria, and found that her fears were unbelievably needless, Rosa couldn't hide her surprise.
What's going on, Maria? You're in a great mood. Is someone here?
It was strange enough to make Rosa think that a friend had come over, and that she'd come home right when they were having a good time playing together. But there were no other shoes by the entrance. Even though Maria was in such high spirits, she had been home alone. At first, Rosa was suspicious that the cause of this unexpected good mood could be nothing good, but that really was a needless fear, and in any event, Maria really had been in a good mood while she watched over the house. Even if Rosa's heart had been as cold and hard as a rock, after being welcomed with a smile like this, Rosa started to honestly accept that smile, and a smile rose to her own face automatically. In that smile, you could no longer see any of the weariness of someone who'd been unable to return home for several days. Maria kept talking about what a fun time she'd had playing with her stuffed animal, Sakutaro. Rosa really hadn't imagined that the stuffed animal she herself had given would be so appreciated, and she couldn't hide
A surprise.
her surprise.
Sorry.
Trigger finger.
I know, right? Let me
It's
just
okay.
double check that one.
Her pleased surprise. Thank you very much.
Ah.
Be reading every word of this novel.
I see. So you spend the time together with Sakutaro. Well done, Maria. Here's a present for Maria and Sakutaro for being so good.
Ariel? A present! A present! Ooh! What is it? What is it? Both Maria and Sakutaro started jumping around. There were two presents. One contained an assortment of Western sweets. Inside was a Scotch cake. It looked to be of very high quality, but Maria was more interested in the other one. The other one was an even bigger box, and it was pretty heavy.
Go ahead and open it. They might become new friends for you and Sakutaro, okay?
Wow! What's this? What's this? Inside, laid there like chess pieces, were about 20 small ceramic figures shaped like animals. Squirrels, rabbits, small birds, dogs, and cats. And they were all holding musical instruments. In addition to them, there was also a panorama-style background. A forest scene was drawn on it. The small forest animals were gathered in a plaza and looked like they were having a good time. Rosa set it up on the table, and when she then lined up the ceramic figures like chess pieces in front of it, it became a band of forest animals.
Isn't it wonderful? I saw it in the store window and I was taken with it at a glance. This is a present for being such a good girl at home. Alone, Maria?
Ooh! Thank you, Mama! Awesome, Sakutaro! Look how much our friends have grown! It's just like you said, Sakutaro. It was true that if we had a fun, noisy time, we'd get more friends! Right? Didn't I tell you? Look, we have more friends! Look, we have more friends! Are you? Relieved that her gift had been appreciated, Rosa remembered that she'd been filled with several days of weariness. Mama, you really worked hard. Go take a shower. If you take a hot one, I'm sure your weariness will go away. Want to take a bath? I'll choose what to put in the bath today.
Thank you, but it's already late, so get ready to go to bed. Mama's tired, so just take a shower and go to sleep. I have to get up early tomorrow.
Yeah, got it. Here, Mama, I'll take your coat off.
I can do it myself. Thank you.
Mama, your coat is full of smells from outside. Ooh? Oh, sorry, something fell out. I'll pick it up, okay? When she took Rosa's coat, a receipt or ticket stub or something fell out. It had been in Mama's pocket, so it was probably important. Maria hurriedly picked it up. It looked like a ticket for the green car or the Shinkansen or something. Atami? Wasn't that a place famous for its hot springs? At that moment, with a razor-sharp sound, the warm atmosphere shattered. Instead of the Rosa who had been there just a second ago, enjoying the gift with her daughter and recovering from her weariness with a long-awaited return home, there stood a person who looked exactly the same but who had a completely different, terrifying expression on her face. In her hand was a ticket stub that Maria had picked up. She had stolen it from Maria's hand in an instant. Just a few seconds too late, by the pain of her hand that had been hit and her mother's expression, Maria realized that she must have done something wrong. But she didn't know what she had done that had gotten her in trouble. It was probably because of that ticket stub-like thing. Was she not supposed to touch it? Even though she had tried so hard to welcome Mama with fun and happiness, she had touched something important to Mama without asking and had ruined that pleasant atmosphere. So Maria apologized immediately. Sorry. Even though she must have heard those words of apology, Rosa's expression actually darkened. Maybe those weren't the words she'd been hoping for. Maria didn't know what to do and stared at her mother's reaction. Then, even though it should have been such an important ticket stub, Rosa crushed it up and hurried off to her room. Maria didn't really understand what she had done wrong. Ooh, I must have done something I shouldn't have. That paper must have been something important for Mama's work, and I touched it without asking. Are you? You didn't do anything wrong, Maria. That's why tonight was so very happy. Yeah, happy. And when Mama takes a bath and clears her head, she'll go back to being the normal, nice Mama. So you mustn't worry about it. Are you? You're right. Mama's tired too. Ooh, mustn't worry about it. After all, we were so happy tonight. Are you?
Just stop it. I can't watch this.
Ange, I think you're looking for happiness in the wrong way.
You're the one who's wrong, One-chan. How can you call this happiness? It's so pitiful that I can't watch anymore.
What is? That Mama suddenly got mad? That happens sometimes when humans get tired. Condemning a person because of a momentary misplaced emotion isn't very adult of you, Ange.
I can't believe I'm hearing this from a 9-year-old. That's not the problem. The ticket stub you picked up was clearly strange.
What was? There was nothing strange about it, and it has nothing to do with the happiness of that night, right?
And Rosa called because she'd been staying over at her company because of work, right? Why a Tommy? Isn't that what you call a vacation? It means she left you and went on a vacation, right? You normally don't go on a vacation by yourself.
Even if that was a ticket for a Tommy, that alone doesn't make it prove that Mama lied and went on vacation, right?
She lied on the phone and then changed her expression drastically and grabbed it from you. What more proof could you want?
It might have been from a business trip long ago, right? Or maybe she just happened to pick up some trash and put it in her pocket. It might have been a receipt from someone who worked for her who went on a business trip. In that case, it would be important for her work. It wasn't a toy, so I can understand why Mama took it away. This evidence you're talking about is only circumstantial. Imagination and delusions. I don't know why you're interpreting it in a way that makes our relationship worse.
I'm the one who doesn't understand why you're interpreting it in a way that's so convenient for Aunt Rosa.
As I thought, you're a pitiable child, Ange. Even though there are so many fragments lying around that could make you happy, you can't find them. Instead, you only look at unhappy fragments and continue to get hurt. That's why you're scared of being hurt, and only start looking for happiness after you check to make sure there's nothing around you that could hurt you.
When I talk with you on H-chan, it gets hard to tell which one of us isn't making sense.
You know what? There are lots of happy and unhappy fragments and they fill the world up. So, people who can't find happiness right beside them won't be able to find it no matter how hard they look. Why are you pausing?
I'm just reading that line a few times over. That seems like we've had a bunch of, lines about emotion and circumstantial evidence, but this one piques my suspicion.
Want to keep going?
Yeah. Put a little bookmark in this one. Just
sure.
come back to this.
Go back to the pajama party. Like Tiltil and Mittil, searching for the bluebird.
Oh yeah, a story with a moral.
You're the complete opposite, Angie. You're searching for a world without a fragment of unhappiness. But that's the same as the bluebird. So, you'll be unable to find your happiness for all eternity. Is Battler Hansel? Or is he the bluebird?
Give it a rest already. In any event, I understand that a night of happiness was wasted because of a single scrap of paper.
It sure is scary that a single scrap of paper could do that. In that case, maybe the power to get your happiness back can also lie in a single scrap of paper, right?
What's going on?
Just when she'd finally been able to communicate with Maria after so long, Rosa's face twisted with a mixture of anger, sadness, and a fierce self-hatred as she flew into her room and closed the door. Maria's sorry had sliced into her chest, sharper than a knife. At that time, she noticed a cute envelope placed on her study table. It was probably something that had come with a girl's magazine. "To Mama, let me share my happiness with you," it said. She took it, and after hesitating, opened it and read what was inside. Then, after letting 2 large tears drip down the paper, she flew out of the room, hugged Maria from behind as she headed for the bathroom, buried her face into her daughter's back, and cried. Then, realizing that she was the one who should be apologizing, she apologized. Why is Mama apologizing? There was no answer to that question. Look, we already made up. Something like that was absolutely nothing to worry about because of the friendship Mama and I share.
To me, your happiness is too painful, Maria One-chan.
I understand how you feel, more or less. Before I realized I had that power, even I was a pitiful child who could only find fragments filled with misfortune, just like you are now.
What is that power? Is it a power I don't have, but you do? You're saying that I'm unfortunate and you're blessed because I don't have that? Just what is this thing you can't describe except with an abstract word like power?
Yeah, you do want to know that, Angie. That's why you've been reading my story so far. Of course, I'll teach you. I'll show you the secret to that power. And it's something I taught you about long ago, when you were little, right? Did you forget? It's okay. I remember. Now No, she will teach you.
She? Who's that?
I shall teach you in Maria's place.
Ba, ba, ba.
She comes.
Sorry, I was trying to sing Beatrice's theme to myself and then realized I'd forgotten.
Da, 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 da. That one?
I don't remember. Something like that. Whatever. Beatrice.
The power Maria has, but you do not.
Why is Maria in caps?
Maria? I don't know what you mean. Maria! What is the problem? I don't understand.
Well, the last time a character's name was written in caps was one Ava Beatrice.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And Angie Beatrice.
Hmm?
So
Maria?
Maria's a witch this episode. Confirmed. Sakutaro comes to life. Confirmed.
We'll have to see what happens. Yeah, the power I have, but Angie doesn't. It's magic.
Okay.
Maria and Beato said it together, and then they started giggling because they'd said it at the same time. It was an innocent reaction, one that didn't seem like Beato at all.
Fuck, Kudorian, we're back!
Yep. Black tea was arranged on a table in a peaceful garden, and Beato, Maria, and Sakutaro, who was sitting on Maria's lap, were having fun chatting. Oh, I see he was called Sakutaro. So this is your best friend. Ariel? Nice to meet you, I'm Sakutaro. Ooh, Sakutaro's shy, so he's nervous. It's okay, Beatrice is also a great friend of mine. You? Are Maria's friends my friends? Yeah. You? Then, am I Beatrice's friend too? Yeah. You? Maria, does something like this happen frequently for you in your everyday life? Ooh. What? is breathing a spirit of magic into an organic matter and giving it life like this, commonplace in your everyday life. Ooh, Sakutaro is inorganic matter. He's a lion cub. Are you? A stuffed animal makes for an excellent vessel. It is not uncommon for spirits to be made to reside in them when they are spoken to by innocent children with no toxin. According to Beatrice, every time a child plays with dolls, the dolls actually gain a will and converse with them, sometimes even moving by their own will. However, because of their innocence, the power imbued into such a vessel is very weak. If they get struck with even a tiny bit of the toxin from a human's common sense, which says that there's no way a doll can talk or move, they instantly revert to being non-speaking dolls. However, this Sakutaro stuffed animal of yours is different. Ew! Sakutaro is a stuffed animal, but he isn't one! Ariel! I'm a lion cub! Ariel! Sakutaro is a lion cub, but he's still a kid, so he can't roar sometimes. Gazing at Maria, who was playing around with Sakutaro by the table loaded with tea, Beatrice let out a sigh of admiration. How incredible! This Sakutaro with a cloth and cotton vessel as a shell has completely materialized into the human world. He has his own personality, talks with the summoner freely, and even moves by his own will.
Why was that in bold?
And even more surprising is that Maria did not summon him using the name of a person from another world, but created him out of the Sea of Zero.
What are these phrases?
Are you confused yet?
I'm not really, confused, but I also don't have any answers.
I know, you want answers.
Ugh.
After that, Maria boasted to Beato that Sakutaro wasn't her only friend and that she had many more of them back at home. It seemed there were other similar stuffed animals and dolls who could talk and move at their own will like Sakutaro. It was something natural for Maria. It was natural for stuffed animals to talk, move, and become her friends of their own will. When she saw that Maria accepted this as something natural, as a witch, Beatrice felt a respect bordering on awe. Maria, without a doubt that power of yours is magic. It's magic? I'm still a witch apprentice, so I can't use magic yet, right? No, it's magic. Because you cannot use it consciously, you are still an apprentice. But even so, what magical power it is! The materialization of your friend Sakutaro is excellent proof of that. Materialization? Indeed! In your case, it may even be fitting to call it creation. A piece of inorganic matter that would have no soul at all in another's hands can have a soul sent into it through your magic. Furthermore, that strong magical power lies in the human world. In this era so filled with the toxin that denies magic, summoning a magical power that can materialize a single life form is not easy even for me. It isn't hard to give birth to any number of soulless beings. However, giving birth to a being with a soul is very difficult. This is what Beato asserted. I don't really understand what you're saying, Beato. You're saying Sakutaro is amazing? Both you and Sakutaro are incredible. You should be proud. I see that which Kinzo desired above all else seems to dwell most strongly within you. Wait.
Who's this? It's Ange.
I'm not actually sure. I guess it...
I don't have a clue why Beato is praising Maria so much, right, Sakutaro?
Are you? What should be truly admired is not only that a soul has been made to reside in a stuffed animal, even more significant is the fact that you have changed your own worldview. When it comes to giving birth to something from nothing, you stand out from the crowd. It is easy to make 100 from 1. However, giving birth to 1 from 0 is not. When you do become a full witch, beyond just becoming a match for me, you might grow into a great witch that even I must acknowledge as superior. As a witch of origins, perhaps. I'm really looking forward to your future. Ooh! Beato said I have talent as a witch. Isn't that great, Maria? Uriel? Beato, thank you for praising Maria.
So what do we have? We have Endless Witch, Miracles, Certainty, Origins, and Incompetence.
What's Ava Beatrice the witch of? Do we know?
Wasn't she just Endless because she took name and title?
Yeah, that sounds right. Okay, makes sense. No need to thank me, Sakutaro. That red muffler truly suits you, and I am envious of the talent of your master, who was able to give birth to a friend like you. You? Thanks for complimenting my muffler. This is a present I got for Maria. It's my favorite. And its size is truly like a muffler that was created just for you. I see. I must also give my new friend some kind of present. What could it be? Ooh, Peter is giving Sakutaro a present? Of course, a gift from a witch must be something with magical power. In that case, so that he can be your friend for all time, and so that you can have even more fun playing with him, I shall give Sakutaro my magic power. With that, he should be able to materialize even more strongly. Here we go, boys. Ooh, I'll be able to have much more fun playing with Sakutaro. How's that? You? What could it be, Maria? Is it something scary? Don't worry. Beatrice won't do anything scary. Right, Beatrice? Never.
I mean...
Indeed, I would never be scary. I believe you will like it. So to make it materialize even more strongly, a stronger image will be necessary. Well, what to do? Beatrice crossed her arms and thought about what she could do to please them even more. Butterflies. Then, right there, was the form of yet another witch. It was Beatrice's teacher, Vigilia. Vigilia truly was a great witch. Since Maria already thought of Beatrice as a great witch, this person Beatrice called a great witch must have been a great witch. According to Beatrice, she still didn't even rise up to this witch's feat when it came to magical power. My. I thought I heard some cheery voices. What a fun tea party this seems to be. Oh, teacher! Perfect timing! I want you to look at this lion cub. I hear he's Maria's new friend. Ho. What a lovely lion son. I wonder if he can greet me. Hello, nice to meet you. Oh, you? I'm Sakutaro. Sakutaro fell to Maria's lap, greeting Vigilia with half of his face poking out over the edge of the table. It seemed he was very nervous since this was a witch that even Beatrice called teacher. Ho. What an adorable name. As a reward for giving such a good greeting, here's a sweet for you. After waving her hands about, Vigilia held the palm of her hand upwards, as though she was lightly grabbing at the empty air. Then she held her fist out in front of Sakutaro. Boing. When she opened her fist, there was one of those individually wrapped cough drops. Maria, it's candy! Awesome! Ooh, isn't that great, Sakutaro? Make sure to thank her. Ariel, thank you very much for the candy. Gulp! Even though Vigilia was a great witch, she still treated a stuffed animal like Sakutaro to an elegant greeting. Still, teacher, cough drops. Are you someone's granny or something? Can't you at least pull out some strawberry milk candy? How rude. In that case, I won't be giving you any more.
Wrecked.
Yeah, sorry. Well then, Maria, take out your grimoire. And of course, your writing tools. Ooh? Yeah, I'll take it out. What should I write? Oh, what are you starting? I will use a magic I learned from you, teacher. Magic to make a resident of another world materialize into a vessel. I think that by applying that, we may be able to further strengthen the power that makes this friend of Maria's materialize. I wanted to give that as a gift to Maria and her friend. I see. By being that is already materialized, it shouldn't be that difficult. That could become a wonderful gift.
Is this a good time to talk about the discussion you and I have had this week?
Yes, it's an excellent time. Go for it.
So, we're getting to a point in this series where I'm spending so much time editing and going back over and over again.
You're overflowing with theories.
That we're really missing a whole bunch of me coming up with stuff. But I made the observation after discovering likely for the second time, though I didn't notice at first.
Second or third, yeah.
That Genji's last name is Ronaway.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Bronaway, and then Kumasawa suddenly appeared and
Vigilia came out of Kurosawa, yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, there are characters with like connections to each other.
So if we're talking about vessels here,
yeah,
what it seems to me is that we can then classify Kurosawa and Genji as vessels for, like, for these magical personalities.
Yep.
And then, the question is, if this is what Vigilia and Bronove have, what are the 7 stakes, Ben?
It's a great question.
What are the 7 stakes?
I don't know.
Now, we already have Shannon and Cannon wrapped up in this culprit theory.
Sure.
Which I'm sticking with for now, especially after the beginning of episode 2 just was like, hey, look at this thing.
Sure.
So I'm thinking, if we have 2 of the servants already having these vessels, or being vessels, we have 2 of the servants being the witch, and then we have 7 stakes and a whole bunch of named but as yet unseen servants, who I think are gonna represent the stakes. We're gonna get up to a point and it's gonna be like, hey, Lunon, you who looks like Lucifer, or something.
Sure.
I don't know. That's the theory.
I don't know what relevance that has to anything that's happening right now.
Well, it's just talking about vessels.
Sure.
Because that's like, I gather that's what we're talking about, right?
This is true. We're talking about how something in the physical world can act as a vessel for something in the magical world. And I think you're definitely on point there with saying that Vigilia resides in Kurosawa and you know, Bronove and Genji. Like, that's a thing.
And then the other suggestion I had is, like, we had that scene at the beginning of episode 3, where Vigilia was talking to an unseen character who is assumed to be Beatrice.
In what seemed to be Kuwadorian.
Yeah, and it's like, oh no, it broke a vase, and then let's fix the vase, and then...
Yeah, they fix it with magic.
Some of the other servants come along and find this broken vase, and apparently grandfather will be angry, whoever that happens to be.
Whoever grandfather is.
Haven't quite locked that one in yet.
I find that extremely interesting.
The easy one is Kinzo, but I don't think that works.
Sure.
I don't know. I guess we'll find out, right? Theory pending. But the point is I think that if we are going with the no magic theory, which we are...
Which you are.
And one of these servants is, like, Beatrice, and then Kurosawa represents Vigilia, maybe in that scene at the beginning of episode 3, it was like, oh, Shannon/Cannon screwed up. And Kurosawa comes along and's like, don't worry, I got you, fam. It was a cat that did it.
Sure. Okay. That's a neat theory. That's how you explain that magical scene.
Yeah, and how perfect we're back at Kuwadorian discussing such things.
It's the optimal time.
Right?
So what do you think that means for the game board itself? Like, let's tie that back to what we've seen in the episodes. And let's just talk about, like, whatever may or may not have happened in the past. Like, what does that mean for Kurosawa and her actions at the game board, and Genji and whoever grandfather is, all that stuff? What does that mean?
I am confused.
You're confused?
Because the way that it seems they're being spoken about in the purgatory space is that they are extra pieces on the game board.
Yep. Well, I mean, if we've seen Kurosawa and Genji dead, and then and then it's only after that that Vigilia and Renove show up, then yeah, they're independent of their physical counterparts.
Yeah.
On the game board.
Does that mean, though... Actually, no, that wouldn't make sense. I was gonna say...
Say it anyway.
I was gonna say, like...
You've said theories before that don't make any sense and are fairly solid, so...
But if Ronove and Vigilia are still, like, theoretically active on the game board, does that mean that their influence is extending somehow through their physical character? Like, even if it's... Because their physical character is Red Truth dead.
Like... I'm trying to think of an example. I can't think of examples off the top of my head, but, like, the door is being blocked by Renove and it's just Genji's corpse is, like, clogging up the doorway. Like...
Perhaps a bit too literal. But, like, because the whole thing is Vigilia is, like, off the game board, so she can't interact, but then Renove is still there.
But then she totally...
Talking with Ava, like, no. Like, maybe somehow...
It's like a memory or something?
Yeah, or, like, Genji left a note or something? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I like the way you're thinking. You're trying to, like, connect the magic scenes, because there is some truth to them, clearly.
We've definitely established at this point that every magic scene seems to at least represent something that actually happened.
Yep.
but it only
Yeah.
contains clues as to how.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
So, I don't know. Let's carry on, shall we?
Yeah, let's keep going. Was this? Yeah, this is Vigilia. Well then, I shall help too, if only a little. It would be very reassuring if you had signed for this magic as a witness teacher. Be glad, Maria. This will be a wonderful gift. Ariel? His voice is killing me. What's happening? It isn't scary, is it? Oh,
Dude,
is it?
Did you hear me as Ava Beatrice last episode?
It's true. Don't know. But I don't think it's scary. What could it be? I can't wait. Oh yeah, episode is in like 1, 2, 3, 4. Beato borrowed the grimoire from Maria's handbag and majestically flipped through the pages.
Were you confused by that?
I had a second, I was like, wait a second, last episode, no. I realized. Then, she found an empty page among those with magic circles drawn on them and flattened it out.
They really should have just called them book 1 through 8, let's be real.
After gazing at Sakutaro with a grin, she suddenly started moving her pen. It was something like a written declaration made by witches to a high-order world. It was magic whose effect could be controlled if Beatrice wrote and Vigilia signed. Maria didn't understand what Beata was writing at first, but partway through, she figured out the wonderful magic power of this document and her eyes began to sparkle. Ariel? Ariel! What is it, Maria? What's she drawing? Ariel! Sakutaro was on her lap, so he didn't know what was being written on the table. But even if he had seen, Sakutaro probably wouldn't have understood. Awesome, Sakutaro! Wait a bit, almost done, almost done! It's amazing, Beato, amazing! When it comes to writing documents of power, this child's talent is magnificent. You might even serve well as a secretary in the spirit world.
What is going on?
How's this? Not so bad, right? After finishing her writing with an intense amount of concentration, Beata looked over the document again from a distance. It seemed she was fairly satisfied with her work. And Maria, who was also peeking in at it, let out a cry of wonder. Awesome, Beato! Cute! Ooh! By the name of the Golden Witch Beatrice, I now acknowledge Sakutaro, Maria's child. Teacher, if you would sign as a witness! Yes, yes. By my name, I witness and acknowledge this oath. It is done. Vigilia signed, completing the written declaration. It was a document with the power to proclaim to the beings of a higher world that Sakutaro had most certainly materialized in the human world. Sakutaro, who had been born for Maria, was nominated by the two witches, Beatrice and Vigilia. And just now, his existence had been acknowledged by the higher world. That itself was the great magic of materialization.
You know, actually, that makes me wonder, having just had this discussion about things representing, does this mean that Kumasara and Shannon/Cannon sat down with Maria and like, nice one, sick stuffed animal, Maria.
Nice stuffed animal, it's real cute. Hey. According to Beato, it was apparently quite fortunate that Vigilia was there. After all, depending on the number and quality of witches that signed proclamations to the higher world, the power that resided in them could change drastically.
Of course, is this even on the game board or is this outside?
It's a great question.
Ugh, so many questions.
Is this even real life? Or is this magic? Vigilia in particular had many friends in that higher plane. So her signature gave the proclamation a power with which Beato's couldn't even compare. By this proclamation, I accept you, Sakutaro, as an individual with his own ego. And I welcome you as a friend in accordance with the contract of Maria Sorcière. From now on, Sakutaro is our common friend. And for that, I shall bestow upon you a fitting form as a gift. Accept it. With the grimoire still open to the page with the proclamation, she turned it around and handed it to Maria. Maria showed it to Sakutaro on her lap. When Sakutaro beheld that proclamation, he felt something hot and bright begin to dwell in his body made of cloth and cotton.
Oh, God.
Even as he looked around, nervous at this sensation he'd never felt before, that power strengthened, and eventually a bright light completely swallowed him up. Here it comes.
I told you it was gonna happen.
Here it comes. Oh, wait. Ariel! Wow!
What an effect.
Wow! Then, when that light disappeared...
Oh my God.
I'll show you. Wait, Hit the right mouse button. Let's see new images.
Yep, let's do it. Oh,
he's so cute. He's so adorable.
Also, look, it's Maria's name. It's Maria's name.
His little cross from her name. His tiny little buffalo. He's so cute with his long sleeves. These little foxy, but he's lying. There, Maria's friend Sakutaro held a new form and existed. Ooh! You're cute, Sakutaro. Really cute. That's what I said. Ariel? Ariel! Does it really look good on me? It isn't embarrassing. It is a very lovely form, Sakutaro-chan. I figured the muffler was his charm point. And the ears! Animal ears sure are nice, truly cute. Let me nibble them later. Thank you, Beatrice. Thank you very much for the wonderful present. There is no need for thanks. This is out of respect for your wonderful magic and your friend. And now that you have reached this level, it would not be odd for you to graduate from being an apprentice at any time. From now on, I shall instruct you on even more new and fun magic. From this point forward, you may call yourself Maria, an apprentice witch of origins. A witch of origins? What? Indeed, it is the title of a witch who seeks to become a creator. Right now, you are just an enchanter, a magician specializing in forms of magical enhancement, who has only enough strength to breathe magical power into the small objects around her. But after 1,000 years of trading, you could conceivably use the magical compendium that resides inside your heart to create a galaxy. The talent of a witch of origins is very rare. Even though everyone has it when they are young, no one can continue to hold on to it. This title is also proof that you have not lost your untainted heart. Ooh! A witch of origins! Origins, oh my god. Awesome, I'll become one! I'm Maria, an apprentice witch of origins! Maria, that's so incredible! A witch of origins! Incredible! Amazing! Ariel! Eventually you'll be able to call yourself a full witch, Lady Maria, witch of origins. It may be a good time now to give not only Sakutaro, but you as well, an appearance fitting for your rank. Here, I shall give you a proper outfit for one who, while still an apprentice, is worthy of using the title of a witch. Magical girl transformation scene. When Beata waved the pipe that was her cane, many gold butterflies had appeared out of nowhere, grouped around Maria, giving her a wonderful dress. Oh, I'm ready for it. You're so cute. Ah! She's got Ava Beatrice's staff.
Okay, new images. Let's go.
There she is. What's with the little, like, bow tie things?
It's a sash, Ben.
Sash. Well, they're like bow ties on a sash, though. I think it's cute. I'm like, look, it's adorable. You don't like it? You don't like your new outfit?
I'm just...
You said you were on top of it. You were like, yo, I've solved everything. And now it's just overwhelming you. What is happening? You're a mess.
I was kind of hoping he'd actually just be a baby lion, Ben. I'm just upset.
What? Like an actual lion?
Yep.
And you would eat Maria?
Mm-hmm.
No! What? Why would you agree to that, you horrible person? She's a witch of oranges!
I just wanted a baby lion cub in the story.
One day.
A little lion sprite.
He basically
Instead
is.
we got this dumb fucker in his oversized onesie.
He's so cute, though.
Why would you just make him?
No.
Why would you give him a regular size onesie if he's a tiny human?
But he's adorable. It doesn't matter. No, fuck you.
What is with Beato's fashion sense?
It certainly was fitting for the girl who would eventually take the name of the Witch of Oranges, combining both cuteness and dignity.
Hold on. Shit. Say that one more time, please. This time with less citrus.
I got 3 in there before you noticed, you motherfucker!
I noticed it straight away.
No, I don't believe you. You didn't say anything, you didn't know shit. The name of the Witch of Origins, combining both cuteness and dignity. I am cry laughing at this point, I'm sorry, I'm ruining the mood. Amazing. Awesome, 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 awesome! Cute, cute! Oh, I want to show these clothes to Mama too, can I? The full dress of a witch must not be shown indiscriminately. Its value increases if you're stingy with it. Then the Great Witch, the Witch's Apprentice, and their new friend, Sakutaro, enjoyed a lively tea party. Full of laughter and silliness and lions. See? Look how happy I am. And look how fun this is. Please, don't be afraid of being happy. Becoming happy isn't the same thing as accepting your current misfortune. It means creating a new happiness out of your current misfortune. That is the magic of origins.
I didn't want to acknowledge my current world. I couldn't bear to accept such an isolated and painful world. That's why, even though I was entranced by your world, Maria Oni-chan, I couldn't cross the final line.
I'll teach you about my magic of origins. No, I taught you before, right? And you used it before. Did you forget?
Huh?
You were also a witch apprentice, Ange, with your name entered into Mariage Sorcière, weren't you?
Yeah, that was true. Mariage Sorcière. That takes me back. I also had my name entered in there at one point, didn't I?
Backstory.
Oh no.
Oh, chapter end. What a beautiful chapter.
That was...
Took way longer than it should have.
No, it didn't. That was exactly as long as it needed.
More!
See, like, part of me is like, damn, what a nice piece of writing, but on the other hand, I'm like,
I know.
this motherfucker.
I know. He just can't help himself.
It's ridiculous.
See you in the next one.